don't tell me this is just politics. This is a war without bullets. And silence is surrender. So here's how my day started. Coffee, TikTok, and a front row seat to America tearing itself apart before I had even had my first sip. Welcome to Mindfuck Monday, because the news should come with a trigger warning. I'm Christi Chanelle, and this is Sassy Politics. I start most mornings on TikTok. Not CNN, not CBS, not Fox News, not any mainstream media. Why? Because at least on TikTok, if you're lucky, you'll catch raw footage before it disappears. I've got my handful of trusted voices. Politics girl, but I'm a mega fan, and I will watch everything she does. Midas Touch, Hawk, Aaron Parnes, they're not polished anchors. I mean, although there's some debate here. Maybe some of them are, but they're not afraid to say the word fascism, and I think that's the main point. They're people on the ground telling the truth. But let's be real. TikTok plays games too. Every time I post something too real, I get slapped with a violation. Nudity, alcohol, 18 and over only. And it's bullshit. I appeal and I win, about 98% of the time. But by then, the damage is done. The post is buried. That's not moderation. That's suppression. That is control. Let's talk about the scroll of horror this morning. This specific scroll this morning on a nice Sunday, I'm recording this the day before I publish it, hit hard. This scroll hit me hard. First, an influencer who tracks ICE raids was face down unconscious on the pavement. No guns, no weapons, just her voice. Then Afani, an organizer in DC, pepper sprayed, dragged away, her eyes swollen shut. Still, as she's walking with her eyes closed and her hands behind her back, she's still saying, "It's not about me. It's about the kids, the teenagers that she was there to actually protect."
That this is a fascist takeover of DC, and that our youth are going to be directly impacted by this.
Get out of the way!
It doesn't fucking matter about me. I will be fine. Our kids will not be.
The police just used excessive force, detained Afeni, pepper spray her in the face.
Then I flipped to Instagram, and for a second, I had some hope. Massive aerial shots of San Diego. The streets were filled with people, marching and refusing to back down. And then, another gut punch. A man aiming a gun at someone in a wheelchair, demanding proof of service. Violence is against the most vulnerable. By 10 a.m., I had already seen America at its ugliest and at its most determined. Fortress politics, and then came the headline that sealed it. Trump didn't just call up the D.C. National Guard. He pulled troops from Ohio, South Carolina, and West Virginia. 750 more bodies for D.C. They're not just helping. They're stationed at federal buildings, some armed, some waiting for orders. This isn't crowd control. This is a fortress. This is what leaders do when they know the truth is coming, and they need a wall of uniforms between them and the people. And the rest of us? We're supposed to sit back and pretend this isn't martial law in slow motion. Right. Absolutely. I may be wrong. I can't tell you 100% that I'm right. But then you need to offer me another reason that 3 other states would pull in their National Guard for Washington, D.C. We are not under attack. This is not some Steven Spielberg movie. This is real life. This is real people. And this is bullshit. America's getting darker. Here's my truth. I've always said I'm pro-Second Amendment, with limits. If you've got a history of violence, abuse, or instability, you should have to prove you're safe. But lately, every protest, every opinion, every classroom lesson feels dangerous. I grew up in Jersey, never owned a gun. Guns scared me. But here in Texas, guns are like Starbucks. Every corner's got one. And now, in 2025, I'm saying it. I'm taking my daughter to buy a gun and learn how to use it. Not because I want to, because I don't feel safe without it, and either should she. That realization, that's America getting darker. In Dallas, at a rally with Representative Jasmine Crockett, a white woman stood up and screamed, "Dallas doesn't want your ghetto punk ass here." And I'm not 100% of the punk ass part, but I'm 100% of the ghetto. The ghetto word was used. The crowd echoed the word ghetto and was kind of like murmuring. You know, when you hear somebody go, the crowd starts to murmur. That's what happened in the video. I will show you now. Take a look.
I used to stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world. And so we...
Hate doesn't whisper anymore. It screams into microphones, and I would like to give props to Jasmine Crockett for handling it as professional as she did. Kudos to you. I don't know if I could have been as professional. Everybody's heard that Taylor Swift has released a new album, TS12. But how we got there and what I've been thinking in the last few days, we must talk about. I happened to see that Taylor Swift was on the New Heights podcast with Jason and Travis Kelce. She's got a new album that she's releasing, TS12. It's not fully released yet, but she was out teasing it and talking about it. So she appeared on the New Heights podcast. How cool is that? I was kind of excited about it. I really like Taylor and Travis together, and seeing them together on a podcast was so cool. I tuned in. I didn't tune in live, but I watched it later. I probably have seen about 80% of it, and I listened to the podcast audio in my car. I'm still not done, but I'm close to the end at this point. And I was tuned in to every second, every word, every thought she had. It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of had an obsession with her in the past. I think we might be moving past that right now at this point. We just might. The new album, $1 billion Empire, and the internet's fighting about whether she's too rich to care. So on TikTok, we have a whole other opinion of how this whole thing played out to them. Here's my take. She's untouchable. She's a billionaire. So what's the excuse? Trump is out here mocking her. If I, a woman with no PR machine, no security team, can risk half my audience to tell the truth, what's her excuse for silence? Because think about it. Like, I started out in like true crime and mental health space and that kind of stuff. I went into politics merely because I couldn't look away. I had to stay and fight. And so I realized every day when I started talking about this that I was excluding half of the people that had started with me. And I made a choice in doing that. I realized I probably would be double the followers on all my platforms had I not ruled out half the US. It's something that I just know the cause is more important than the follows, honestly. So she's already done all of it. She's already done it. What's her excuse for silence? We don't need more vinyls. We need megaphones. We need her to use her megaphone. I'm sure. And the thing about it is, she came out and talked about it. I saw one of her movies on her tour that she kind of does that biopic thing. I don't remember the name. So yes, I wouldn't qualify as an absolute mega Swiftie, but I do adore her and hope that she proves me wrong and comes out and says something. But again, I did see her side seem to take the right side politically years ago. So I'm hoping that maybe she does that again. I mean, being that our lives depend on it, wouldn't that be cool? I think that would be cool. So I realized this morning's scroll was a war zone. It was negative, it was painful, and it was scary. But by noon, I saw proof that people are still fighting for each other. But democracy doesn't survive on hope alone. It needs mouths. It needs cameras. It needs us. Loud, unruly, unfiltered. Silence is surrender. And that is not just a cliche line. I know you've heard it over and over again, as I have. But think about it. Silence is surrender. They're banking on your silence. I don't surrender. So much so that I built something. Little old me, I built something. I'm forming a grassroots community, a media, the activist chain, because we are the media when the media can't be trusted. We are the warning system when danger comes knocking. We are each other's alert system. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, I need real people in real time telling me the truth on the ground. TikTok is doing that for me now, but it won't be doing it for me later. You already know what's happening in September. It's all about to change, and it's slowly happening now in preparation for that. I refuse to lose our only lifeline. That's why I built the Activist Chain. ActivistChain.com. Go there. Sign up. You'll get an email from me personally. And if you want to go further to support me and the cause, go to buymeacoffee.com/activistchain. Every dollar builds the infrastructure we need to protect each other. But more than money, I need you awake. I need you to stop looking away. Stop numbing out with Netflix binges and Starbucks scrolls. Stop pretending this is someone else's fight. Lock arms with me. Raise your voice with me. Refuse to surrender with me. Because silence, again, one more time, because I don't know if you heard me the first time, is surrender. And we don't surrender. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. This is Christi Chanelle with Sassy Politics, and we are done looking away.